been a while, huh?
Huh?
She hasn't filmed on a camera in a long time. It's Sunday. I'm gonna start creating videos again. Here we are. Just had a pretty slow morning. I made myself a coffee. This is my gorgeous new espresso mug that I got for Christmas. I have an espresso every morning now. I feel like that's kind of new. I mean, I always had a coffee, but like have a little espresso every morning now. You may have already seen, but I am now quite a reader. So expect a lot of book talk on this channel now because I really enjoy it, and I've kind of found my way back to reading and working out what's truly important to me as an adult. Reading is one of those things. So I want to bring that into this channel a little bit. This is the novella of the Throne of Glass series. I want to read the entire series this year, so we're starting off strong. I'm almost 200 pages in, so making my way through it. I'm leaving the flat in like half an hour to meet my brother. We're gonna go to Dusty Knuckle and hopefully make it in time to get one of their sandwiches. Hence why I haven't had breakfast this morning, because those sandwiches are literal doorsteps. So I'm very excited for that. Anyway, I thought I would show you my top reads of the year and ones that I would recommend to add to your TBR if you're looking for books. If you're not, then you can skip to this time and continue the vlog. Cool. These are some of my favourite reads from the past year. I don't really stick to one genre. I'm starting to get into fantasy, as you could probably tell from Throne of Glass series, but I'm hoping that I can become quite a well-rounded reader this year and just not only like enjoy my reading but also learn through reading, whether that's through non-fiction or through reading narratively beautiful pieces. So anyway, if you just need a fast-paced book that you can just consume yourself in, this is the one. Billy Summers is a killer for hire and we follow him on his final job. I thoroughly enjoyed this. I could not put it down. I flicked between the physical copy and the audiobook and I love them both. I tend to listen to a lot of audiobooks just because I'm always out and about in London or like on a tube. A physical book on the tube is just a bit of a pain in the ass. So a lot of the physical books I read last year I also listened to help read. I rated this 5 star. Just stunning. Just stunning. Convenience Store Women. This is a lovely little short one. I read this like maybe April, May time. This is about a woman in her 30s who has worked in a convenience store for like 18 years. This is one of those books that I wasn't really expecting to be a favourite of mine. I just thought it was a really interesting concept. This was a 4-star read from me. 4-star is also like incredible. 5-star is just like, this blew me away and I will think about it for the rest of my life. This I will think about often and I really enjoyed it. Then we have Almond. This book tore my heart out. I absolutely adored this book and it brought back a lot of my love for literature. I've always been super interested in storytelling and film, but having storytelling become a passion of mine through actual novels is amazing. Our protagonist has a brain condition, which means that they don't feel anything, so no fear, no anger, and we follow his story of grief, his story of friendship, and how he escapes his comfort zone to fit in a world that's not really made for him. An easy 5-star for me, just absolutely stunning. Next up we have The Mezzanine. This book is so wacky, so fun. I picked this up because of the cover and I thought the concept was really cool. The Mezzanine is a story of this one man's lunch hour, which sounds really mundane, and it kind of is, but also at the same time it's absolutely hilarious. As someone who just asks questions about the world all the time, and constantly has something on my mind thinking about, well, why is that a thing? This just spoke to me. This is like nothing else I've ever read before. Just a really unique way of incorporating comedy into a book. This melted my heart. This book is one of those books I will consistently recommend to everyone in my life. This is the kind of writing I love to read. I don't really have any words for this book. It's just incredible. It's set in Poland in the 1980s, and it's just a beautiful story of romance and falling in love and being in a position that doesn't allow for that. You know a book is good when it makes you really care about the characters, and these two characters. Read it. Next up, Girlhood. This book I again would recommend to everyone and anyone I meet or know. It is a mother's love letter to a transgender daughter. This book made me feel so many emotions. Seeing the love of this mother come through in her writing and her letters. But it also filled me with so much anger at the world about the things that this mother and this family had to go through in order to just keep their child alive and happy. This is a work of art, honestly, would highly recommend. Finally, this is the third book in Stephanie Garber's series, Once Upon a Broken Heart. This is a series that got me into fantasy, so I will be forever grateful to this series. As you can see, I tabbed this book. I don't have the other two as physical copies. I have them on my Kindle, but my favorite is definitely the second book. I personally loved the third book. I know some people have mixed opinions on it, but I really enjoyed it, and it was still like a 4.5 star for me. The series is a 5-star series. This was like 4.5, but still incredible. Anyway, I feel like I've been in this position for way too long. I feel like I'm getting bored of it. I don't have a plan for these vlogs right now, so I'm literally just filming, and editing Laura will sort this out. Hi. Sorry. I don't know how many books I'm gonna get through, but we'll see. So I hope that you're excited to see me. If you're not, sorry. You're all saying. Anyway, I'm gonna download this digitally on my Kindle so I don't have to carry around this huge hardback all day, because let's be honest, nobody wants that. I'm going to Dalston, which is quite far from me, so I need something to keep me occupied for my journey. My brother and I are very much go grab a coffee and chat for 4 hours, so I will probably see you when it's dark. Bye! Let's go to Dalston.
This looks so good. To the tube and I was like, f***ing go. Making me talk to people. Thank you. Fighting the Sunday scaries.
The anxiety is anxietying.
And I think that an energy and vulnerable, willing and enthused. I like flowers in my porridge, so come on.
Battery's running low. No! Run no! He's going to sacrifice himself! No, you can't. There must be another way. Do you want to stop Snake from getting that stone or not? Hello, hello. I'm back, as you can see. I had such a fun day with my brother. We explored East. We went to Dusty Knuckle for the sandwiches. Girl, I can say they lived up to the expectation. They're incredible. While I was out, I got a few things. And I want to show you them because I'm so excited about them. Firstly, we went to the Columbia flower market. I'm loving reds and oranges and just bright colours at the moment, so this is fun. And I also bought the vase that they're in. There you go. You can kind of see what the vase is like. It's so cute. I went into this shop and I picked up a few homeware bits, which I honestly am so excited for. Oh, anyone else just hate bubble wrap? Like it really messes with my senses and I hate it. It just doesn't feel how it should to me. Oh, these are the two candle holders that I got. Just gorgeous. Then they obviously had a ton of candles to go alongside the candle holders. I got quite a variety of colors actually. I just posted a TikTok saying that I'm coming back to YouTube. It makes me really nervous, but also really excited because I'm such a different person now. I've grown so much in the last year and I'm just so excited to be sharing more meaningful things online, I think. Like, I've learned so much about my mental health, about my well-being, about so many things that I feel like I can offer now in some way. So yeah, not in this video, because this video is the first one. But in future videos, I feel like there are a lot of things that I can bring to the table that I couldn't bring a year ago. Happy New Year, by the way. We didn't do that. Happy New Year. I actually don't really know where to start with what's been going on in the last year. Let's just say out with the old, in with the new. I want to chat a little bit about my intentions for this new year. I feel like people do these big, my goals for 2024 and whatever videos. And I personally don't like looking at my year as 12 months. I find it so overwhelming. The past few years of my life have been, in one word, chaos. When I look at a year, like so much has happened in a year that I couldn't even visualize at the beginning of the year. So I feel like it's not really fair to set everything I want to achieve in a year out on the table in January. I prefer to plan my goals now as short term, so like what I want to achieve this month, how am I going to achieve it? And then I also like to have my long-term goals. So by the end of the year, I want to have documented more of my life, whether that's through video, through a scrapbook. I just feel like I'm not documenting enough in my life and I don't want to forget things. My brain is so anxious and she forgets a lot. And I look back at my last year and I think, wow, what a shit year. But actually, there have been some really amazing things that have happened in 2023 that I feel like just got overshadowed, and I don't want everything to be overshadowed by the negative things moving forward. So one of my intentions for the new year is to document as much as I possibly can and just stop being afraid to document things, whether that's afraid to take out my phone and take a photo with someone that I love. Personally, in my life, I avoid documenting things in the sense of it means that I can't change. And I think this is because of my experience on YouTube. Has it been hard to grow in 6 years when I've had my face online? Yes. That's obviously my own choice and I'm glad I did it, but it's taught me so much about my own privacy, where I want to go, what I want to keep online, what I want to keep offline, what I want to document for me and me only, and what I want to document for strangers on the internet. Moving with intention this year. We're not just floating with chaos. Cheers to that. have written down a few goals for January because I feel like I want to be more intentional about where I'm putting my time. Firstly, new job. I'm gonna be unemployed very, very soon. And I really want to find a job where I do feel inspired by the people around me. Now I'm getting to the point where I just want to be surrounded by people who I think are truly incredible at what they do. Learn how they feel inspired from their perspective. I just feel like there are so many things I want to learn and I want to do, and I'm not gonna find that by being in an environment that I don't feel comfortable in. I'm really hoping that that happens sooner rather than later, preferably. Still in January, fingers crossed. I thought I would feel more scared about this next step, but I don't. I'm excited about it. Post somewhat consistently, whether that is every week, whether that is every other week, and just create some structure for myself with this creative hobby. I don't want it to be, you know, crazy career move vibe. I'm really excited for this to be just some fun. But staying consistent with that is really important to me because coming back here after a year, I'm like, I don't even know where to begin. And there's so much I want to tell you that I can't tell you and vice versa. And I just feel like if I was consistent, it would be easier to get what I want to get across. So that is my goal. I also feel like it will make me much more creatively inspired by creating so often. Coming into creatively inspired, I want to spend more time with art this month. I see everything with an artistic and a creative eye, whether it's something like admin, which is boring, or whether it's something more so towards content creation, strategy, filmmaking. For me, I get so much from exhibitions and going and actually viewing art in its purest form. I finish work on Wednesday, so I think I'm gonna try and go Thursday or Friday this week and just go and immerse myself in the creative side of things. I feel like it's been too long. I've been to like 2 exhibitions in like 4 months, 5 months, and that's just not enough for someone who is a creative, in my opinion, at least for me anyway. I need to be consuming art more often than that. One of my main ones for January, which I don't want to speak into existence because I feel like it puts pressure on it, and I don't know if I'm ready for that pressure, but I want to go to therapy this month. As you've probably gathered from this video and just my overall tone, this last year has been incredibly traumatic and it's been a lot to deal with, especially at 21, freshly in London, one of the most expensive cities in the world, and it's put a lot of pressure on me personally and emotionally. So my, I guess, act of service to myself this month is starting therapy and really not putting it off, because I've been putting it off for the last year and I need to just like bite the bullet and do it. Over the last year, or really like 7, 8 months, I have really started to prioritize my health. She says, drinking a Diet Coke. Anyway, I don't like to set myself number goals or like I want to go to the gym this many times a week, because every week is so different. It's different in regards to my cycle. It's different in regards to how busy I am, my freelance work, my full-time work. There are a lot of changing parts in my life. I live the other side of the country from my family and from my boyfriend. So I don't have the same days or the same time available every week. For me, I don't want to set a number goal, but I just want to set an intention of every day doing something in order to show up for my health, whether that is cooking a nice meal, whether that is going for a walk, whether that is calling someone that I love, whether that is going to the gym or going for a run. Whatever it may be, I just want to feel consistently like I am showing up for myself in some form. Today, it was meeting up with my brother, having a nice little chinwag, going for a little stroll. Actually, we went for quite a big stroll. We walked quite far, you know. I'm not putting a pressure on everything being the same and it being like a structured routine, because for my brain and my body, that just doesn't work. And then the only other thing I have on my list really for January is to continue reading. Like, That's the only thing I have because I don't even know what my January is going to look like. That is really exciting, but also kind of scary. So I'm not putting too much on my plate, but the one thing I want to keep doing is reading and having that time alone with myself, with my thoughts, with a narrative and a story. It's super important to me. It gives me so much. I just want to continue doing that. I set my reading goal for the year as like 50. I read 30 books last year and kind of properly started reading in like halfway through the year. So I feel like 50 is a reasonable goal. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it here for now. I don't know how many of you there will be. There may be 10, there may be 1,000, I don't know. But either way, I'm grateful you're here and thank you for sticking with me and for being patient over the last year. I'm excited to share my life with you again. Stop, I'm gonna cry. Anyway, bye, cheers, Happy New Year.